It's late. Maybe it's midnight, maybe it's 10 p.m. You have stacks of work piling up, whether it's homework or paperwork. Right as you're about to start, you tell yourself, just 5 minutes of scrolling, then I'll get back to work. A small break will help me focus better. 5 minutes turn to 10, 10 to 30, and soon it's been an hour since your small break started. You find yourself scrolling endlessly to videos that definitely aren't helping you. Stopping? Now, it feels almost impossible. The little voice in your head starts again. You'd never finish this anyway, so why even bother? Self-doubt sinks into you with every passing second. Still, you convince yourself, it's okay, I'll 100% do this tomorrow. Does this situation sound familiar? Raise your hand if you faced procrastination. Okay, now bear with me. Raise your hand if you've ever felt self-doubt. But here's a question. Have you ever considered that procrastination and self-doubt might be feeding onto each other? Procrastination and self-doubt aren't just separate issues. They're connected. Procrastination doesn't simply occur because one feels too lazy to do a task. Majority of the time, it's what people do when feeling unsure or overwhelmed with the given task. When we feel unsure about our capability to do something, we put it off. We avoid it because deep down, we have a fear of failure. A fear that if we try and fail, it'll only confirm that we aren't good enough. This self-doubt keeps us from trying, and it's why we encounter these obstacles so frequently. In fact, a study from the University of Calgary found that over 80% of students have said they procrastinate, especially on academic tasks. As for adults, research from the American Psychology Association found that 20% of adults are classified as chronic procrastinators, or so they say. A global study conducted by The Body Shop and ISPOS surveyed 22,000 people, and it was found that over half the respondents had reported to experiencing more self-doubt than self-love. This data shows how common facing these issues really are. It may sound alarming, but it illustrates the real world. Today, social media platforms often spread this message of unrealistic perfection. We frequently see videos of students taking 10 AP courses with straight A's or people with these perfect, flawless lives. These messages can create a pressure to be just like them, which fuels on to our inner criticism and postponement when we fall short of these expectations or face problems. As a result of this, many people feel alone or isolated, thinking they're the only ones going through these problems, while everyone else is doing just fine. I myself have been caught in this draining cycle a few months ago. I remember I was struggling with math. You have to understand, I love math. All my life, I was used to mastering every concept it had ever offered me. But this time, it was different. I remember we had started a new lesson, and in the time, I had no idea what was going on. Meanwhile, my peers around me were racing through each problem like it was nothing. Every time I tried to do one, I'd always be wrong. I remember in the moment, I felt so helpless, and it was like insecurity had swallowed me whole. I went home and I had to finish my homework pages from earlier. I sat down and I thought to myself, okay, now that I'm in this quiet place with no distractions, surely I'll understand. I tried the first few problems, and they were all wrong. Again, it was like another few pounds of self-doubt had just crashed onto me. I felt dumb. Feeling awful, I decided to put off my work and scroll. The next few days at school, it was the same. Constant confusion. On the 5th day of the streak, I got home and, as usual, put off my work and started to scroll. Except, this time, I looked into something new. I wanted to find a way to end this constant cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. And then I got an idea. So next, I started looking for tools. This resource I found not just explained the problem, but broke it down in a way that made sense. Additionally, it offered extra practice problems and even a few quizzes. I did the problems and quizzes, and by the end of the night, I finished my homework and understood it perfectly. The next day, we had our unit test. I sat down, looked at the first question, and I knew what to do. No uncertainty and not even a single guess. I sped through the test, and soon I had finished. The results came out, and I had gotten 100%. I felt amazing. In the first time for a long time, I felt smart again. I went from dreading the homework to solving each question with ease. This experience opened my eyes to something: the importance of exploring. At first, you might think of this as taking a great adventure into the unknown, but I mean looking inward. Looking and exploring the tools you have to help find a solution to a challenge many in your community often face. For me, that challenge was overcoming procrastination and self-doubt. Now, what if I told you that the very tool you think of as a cheat sheet could become the solution to these issues? A tool that could transform them into productivity and confidence. It sounds impossible, right? Because how can one tool help everybody, since everybody's mind works differently? It's for this exact reason that the tool is so valuable. The resource I'm talking about is artificial intelligence, otherwise known as, yes, AI. What makes AI so remarkable is its ability to tailor to everybody's unique needs. Whether you're someone who needs a lot of guidance with something or a lot of practice, AI can shape itself in a way that works for you. The resource I had used was ChatGPT. Although I'm aware it's not too factual, all you have to do is ask for it to break down something, and it will, in great detail. And the best part, there's never any criticism, just feedback trying to help you. Okay, I know what you may be thinking. Isn't AI worsening education? At first glance, it might seem that way. You might envision a student ChatGPTing their entire English essay. Now, I'm not saying that you should use AI to generate your work. What I'm saying is, by exploring the capabilities of AI, you and I can gain so much more. Although AI seems to be a shortcut, that's just surface level. When used appropriately, AI has the power to help us understand materials much better. But procrastination isn't the only challenge we face. Self-doubt is another major one. It's that invisible weight upon you. Sometimes we hear its voice telling us we're not good enough for this, or we'll never understand. This inner dialogue can make one feel helpless. And it's why we encounter these obstacles so frequently. However, with AI's innovative technologies, we can help silence that voice and boost confidence. There are additional AI systems such as Grammarly or Khan Academy. Grammarly is an AI writing assistant used for English assignments. It checks your grammar, spelling, punctuation, and tone. Additionally, it gives you a grade so you're aware of how well you're doing. It goes far beyond by telling you what you did wrong and how you can fix it in the future. Khan Academy has an AI system called Khanmingo. Khanmingo is made for instructors, and it offers aid ranging from developing learning goals to learning objectives. The way this AI works is instructors would insert their pre-made plan, and Khanmingo would further develop it in a way students are better able to understand. The real power of AI shines through its ability to meet someone at their level. Instead of feeling judged or criticized, it guides you through the complexities of a task step by step. It turns the feeling of helplessness into a journey of empowerment by showing you that the challenges you face aren't impossible. They're just waiting to be conquered. Exploration isn't just about finding new solutions. It's about finding new possibilities in order to grow. Imagine going from hopeless, endless scrolling to solving your challenges with confidence. It's not simply what AI can do for you. It's your unlocked potential with its guidance. So the next time you're ever faced with any challenges, remember, you have the tools. The only question is, will you explore them?